The stars play here.
Yo, listen, pump it in your system, pump it in your system. Everybody get it poppin', we gon' keep it rockin'.
Power 95, where music lives. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Met a girl from country, say she want to date me. Right now she hate me, cause too much saltfish spoil me. Candlelight and wine and dine. Saltfish come in buffet style. What? Saltfish where me can deny. So much saltfish down the line. Mudman. She waking up in the morning. Saltfish on him up when the chat chat. Busting a kiss and the darling. Put out the door and the chat chat. Come on, saltfish are the falling. When? Saltfish are the balling. I don't know how to job like saltfish too. Mother! I don't know how to job like saltfish. Hey, job love whole oil. Hey, and job love saltfish. You see? Job love whole oil. Saltfish is the main deal. When we reach job love whole oil. Hey, and job love saltfish. Job love whole oil. Bad weather. Saltfish sweet and I like it bad. Don't put no price on the saltfish bag. If you sell it, I get in mad. Don't put no tag on the saltfish bag. Dumpling stiff and the plantain hat. Don't put no tag on the saltfish bag. Always happy, sometimes sad. Why put a price on the saltfish tag? Why?
Saltfish in the morning, fast food. Let me eat off the thing, girl, no play. Pack it up in a Yuga suitcase. Never wash off the thing, no toothpaste. Saltfish in more than the body job, yeah. It's a thing I'm a sick when I go anywhere. Girl, come pay the job. Before the people keep on
Coming up. I don't know how to job like saltfish.
I love it. It's amazing. Saltfish is up on a platter. Put a whole bit of oil as butter. No saltfish in me and saltfish in me mouth. You me don't tell them we don't split it up. We have some saltfish with a great skill. Them kind of saltfish they are well weight. Them kind of saltfish they are well bred. Like kind of saltfish they have just take.
If you want thing we know, all man like saltfish. If you don't like saltfish, go home because we did and we inside and we doing it. But we just do it. Hashtag mass. Cause we inside, inside. Saltfish. Hashtag mass.
This song is gonna do some serious damage this carnival. I've seen already. Listen, that song have a buzz, it have a vibe, you have an energy. 125. Yeah. I love it. You see how much we can be good when we join together? Y'all don't understand the meaning of strength in numbers. It's not a rhythm. They're all on one song. Normally you'll have them writing different rhythms produced, by the likes of Sandman and Expert and all the other guys, Peck and all the other guys. But here they are on one song, each carrying the song. Each verse, each artist just carrying the song. I saw a little clipping on, I think it was on the weekend, on Friday, where they were all on stage performing that one. I think I saw Natty Thunder, the Dash. Yeah. they were performing this song, and the energy, that the response they got from the crowd, it was crazy. Rooney J is on this one. Slaughter. Who else? It's Pre. Natty Thunder. Boise. Rooney J, Slaughter, and Dash. Yeah, sounding really, really good. So big up the artist, man. I wish we can have some more collaborations like these coming together and really making it. Listen, Thunder, his voice is unique. It stands out. There's no pretending, there's no nothing. Raw and authentic. That's what you get from Thunder. So get used to it. Good morning, everybody. Up and running one more time. I trust you all had a wonderful weekend, a very long one. And you did not do as Mr. Wells, but you took some time to rest and, enjoy. And unlike some people who've been outside from Friday until yesterday and can't make it to work this morning. Yep, there are people like that. There's one in the chat right now. Did not go to work this morning. But anyways, it's not my business. I'm just saying. Good morning, Kadina. Good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Shante. Jackie, good morning. Jackie, I realized you was outsiding too. Papa telling me, yes, sir. You went to shush, Jackie? Miss Sheena can make an appearance this morning because I looked at her stories and saw she was outside this weekend. When I say outside. So, somebody tag Sheena. Morning, Linda. Morning, Game Boy. Welcome to the room. Morning, Della. Morning, Jay. Rajesh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Sonia. Yeah, you're here early because there's no confusion in here. Gotcha. Morning, Shauna. Yes, Shauna, you are outside too. Yeah, so y'all don't be complaining when you see us outside from literally every weekend in June is booked and gone. It's like a wrap. We're full speed ahead right now for Carnival 2023. So I want to see y'all coming in with your sour faces and griping and oh, today and y'all no, we don't want to hear it. Because when y'all do your thing, we out here and we just look on. Alright? Word to the wise is sufficient. Morning, Mr. Wells. Pick up yourself, Alan George. Good to have you here. Valerie, good morning. Maureen, shout out to all the folks on YouTube and listening via radio. Good morning, Sonia. Patrice Alexander, how are you? Cassie, good morning. Aisha, good morning. Morning, Hugh. Yeah, when they come here and then they're complaining, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish you could do, wish nothing. Enjoy your little whatever you have going on over there, and let us enjoy what we have going on over here. All three of us gonna be outside. So guys, welcome to the show. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Quiet one on my end. I did not do a thing. When I say outside, didn't see me at all. Inside entire weekend. Yeah, laundry clean, wash my hair, just handle my business. Holiday in Trinidad today again. What's the holiday today? Y'all didn't have a holiday yesterday? Holiday for what again? Yeah, there's way too many holidays out there. Good morning, Aiden Thomas from TNT. Welcome. What holiday is it in Trinidad here? What holiday do they have again? Holiday in Trinidad? Anyways. So, we have two situations this morning. And someone says it's the morning, Cindy. Cindy was in garden all weekend. That's a good thing. Hold on, let me put this thing on mute. Hold on, let me just put this sound. Yeah. Oh, yesterday wasn't a holiday in TNT. Okay. Which one is it? Somebody's saying Indian Arrival Day, somebody's saying Labor Day. Shante said, well, you're wrong. The rest is Indian Arrival Day. Alrighty, so shout out all the folks in Trinidad. I could have done a nice bus of shot and some curry goat and mango on the side, boy, in line. Anyways, the one time is the next. Normally I get that as soon as I ask for it. Morning, Jennifer. How are you? Boston in the building. Queen Bee, good morning. June 19th. Okay. So, shout out to all the Heat fans and the Celtic fans. Somebody tag Pepsi for me, please. Alicia Pepsi Alexis. Because she was going on and on and on when Lakers got broomed. I mean, Celtics didn't exactly get the same, but I'm just saying. The way she was gallivanting over social media, you swear that they were gonna, do better. But that's not the case. So welcome to the bad feelings room, Pepsi. That's how we felt. So see how it is. See what you're seeing. Good to. That's why they say it's not good to rejoice over people's unhappiness or people's misfortunes, because you never know. Sheena, you need to ice up your thing. Like, you come out in so much music and loud song for the weekend, you come in here and can't hear. You probably was outside too much this weekend and you dew fall on you and you can't hear, because nobody else is complaining about my volume. You alone. Everybody else hearing just fine. You were too close to the many speaker boxes this weekend. You went shush, you went in some white fat. Where else I saw you? So don't be complaining, Miss Sheena. When we start having a ball of a time and we post everything, I don't want to hear you. Don't be complaining about we outside again. Because trust and believe from this weekend we will be. Coming making demands about ice up my mic. My mic up. You alone not hearing. Turn up your volume. Stop going and stand so close to speaker boxes and damaging your hearing. So we have a situation this morning, and after analyzing it, I realized that, and it's something I've been saying for the past couple of weeks because it's dawning in me over and over, that a lot of us get into relationships and we really don't ask the hard questions, the uncomfortable questions. We just jump into relationships and we want the cozy, we want the butterflies and stomach feeling. You just want to feel good for the most part, and you don't ask probing, uncomfortable questions so you have a better understanding as to who is she really? Who is he really? Beyond the fluff, beyond. Let me go deep. Let me find out your take on children, finances. Let me hear how you feel about it. Your concerns. It's like we just gloss through it. Oh, I'm in love. I love you too. I miss you too. And, just the mushy stuff. And we just want to not rock the boat. So we just, skim through, talk about a little, we have a little falling out, a little disagreement, but still not ask the probing questions. And then you take that relationship to another level. And people seem to still be of the opinion that getting married will change a person, or it'll be exactly who you want them to be and not who you see in front of you. Because I would think something as important as children, I would think that's a conversation you have prior to getting married, so you know the person's stance. Do you want children? Do you not want children? What do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? And yeah, so we just, for real, all the mushy stuff, coitus, and you enjoy and heave up yourself everywhere, and then before you know it, the problems start confronting you one after the other, and then it becomes problematic, and then you're wondering, well, why did I get married to this person? I didn't know this person was like that. Of course you wouldn't know, because you never inquired. You just skimmed the surface. You just paid attention to what you saw in front of you and didn't necessarily ask questions. And a lot of the times when you finally realize that this person isn't like, you either find yourself way deep in it already, and you're like, okay, I've invested this much time. Even though this person may have their faults, I still love them, and maybe if we get married, things will change. No. What you see prior is what you're going to get during. Because how do you get married last month? You're in your mid-30s with a 3-year-old daughter. Your wife is in her late 30s, 4 years older than you, with no child, no children, no nothing. You would like to have a child with your wife, but she's refusing to have a baby with you. And she basically takes all types of precautions, it says measurements, to make sure she doesn't get pregnant. She makes you wear condoms, uses birth control, rejects him during ovulation, just so she does not get pregnant. So he said, I was really hurt by that, so I asked her why she didn't want me to carry my child. Since she's a teacher, I believe she has the patience and what it takes to be a good mother. I myself will be a good father. She said she begged to differ. I asked her what's that supposed to mean. She said since we moved in 2 months ago, my daughter has yet to visit, or vice versa. I have not sent her a dime besides the measly $200 monthly taken out of my pay for child support. I haven't taken any initiative to provide. That's true, but that's only because her mother is upset with me. She would answer my calls, texts, or emails. She completely ignores me when I call. I asked my wife, how can I provide for my daughter when her mom won't speak to me? She said if I really wanted to, I would have found a way. She's afraid if things don't work between us, I will do the same to her, then blame her for not being there for her child. She's a school teacher. She sees this scenario too often where a woman believes she can change a man. The first woman was the problem, only for them to end up a single mother like the first one, while the man is out there living his best life. There are men that are on their 7th baby mother, and somehow the 7th one will still believes the 6 were the problem. She's neither stupid or naive to think she's the exception. She won't play for a fool. She has experience. Single mothers say all the time, honey, if he can do it to you, he can do it. If he can do it to me, he can do it to you. I called my baby mother and her mom and my mom and her mom in front of her. Neither one picked up. However, my wife still believes I'm the problem. How can I get her to change her mind about this and carry my 2nd baby, possibly 3rd, because I want 2 with her? Why y'all got married? So, I'm passing the blame on both sides. One, if you feel that way about a man and him being irresponsible, why get married to him? And not have that conversation outlaying your concerns prior to getting married. So what is the so why y'all got married? Why did y'all get married? If you felt that way about him, why didn't you bring it up before getting married to see where his head is at, and maybe see if you can see if there'll be a change in him, trying to get in touch with his child, having a relationship with his child, apart from the $200 a month, seeing him making an effort to reach out, having his child over, and seeing him play the role of a responsible dad. How do you get married to somebody and then after the fact say to them, where you use condoms, you use birth control, reject him during ovulation, you take all sorts of precautions to make sure you don't get pregnant? So how is this even going to go to the next level? Is this even going to last if you feeling the way you feel and him feeling the way he feels? He wants to have another baby too, for that matter. You don't want to have one with him because you think he's irresponsible. So why you get married to the man for? Why did y'all didn't even have this conversation? I mean, I understand her point in terms of her not wanting to be another baby mother, but you're not the baby mother. You're not a girlfriend. You're a wife. Y'all are married. And at no point in time you raise... I don't know. This is crazy. This is super crazy. So you're married for... Why did y'all get married? And Ashina says, we need to get in the habit of discussing children, finances, and lifestyle before it is officially a relationship. Let us check to see if we are on the same page. And not after the fact realize that we're not on the page at all. Not even close. They're in a notebook, I didn't exercise. Not even on the same page. You on big line, I on thin line. So how is that supposed to work? Neither of you had any inclination the other felt the way they felt because neither of you had the conversation. And I'm kind of putting the blame on her because she knew getting into this relationship or getting married, that's how she felt about him and his lack of being a parent or him not being present in his child's life, and didn't say anything. Isn't that the purpose of being in a relationship, that if you see your partner slacking and be like, hey, what's going on with you and your daughter? You have a daughter, so why aren't you playing a more active role? And then after he probably explains the situation of the baby mother giving him a hard time, you can suggest, can we meet as adults and have a conversation to see how we can resolve this? Because like he said, you're the teacher. You see this all the time. So how do you get married, seeing this all the time and getting into it and still saying to this man, I don't want to have a child with you because you're not a good parent. You're not a good father to your daughter. Make this make sense. So when you all have wedding and all this situation and Samuel and DCJ and them taking picture and posting up about all this situation and we not ready, we need to get into the habit of having these conversations. Shauna says, but Aruna, they could have discussed all that. There's no way they could have discussed that prior because this song's brand new to this man. Maybe she changed her mind. That does not sound like a conversation they had. Because, note, she said, she takes all sorts types of measurements. So my point is, even if they knew before, why get married? So even if he knew that prior to getting married, why would you want to get married to somebody? And that again maybe means we go into these relationships thinking you can change a person's mind. The person will change their mind if they want to change their mind. But according to him, when he asked her why she doesn't want to carry his child, she said she begged to differ. So if they got married last month, we're in May, so that means they got married in April. That is just, imagine, that's just a month ago, and you have something like this. This is major. This isn't a little, okay, you told a little white lie, you don't like chicken, you like fish, but you just used to eat the chicken because you don't want to hurt your feelings or wanted to get it to you and wanted to find something that we have in common. So you lied and said I eat chicken when I really don't. No. These are conversations people need to have prior to getting themselves married. Nika says, one of the reasons I got married is because he don't want any other children. How do you skip that big topic? Like how? Yeah, probably need to do more counseling, more therapy. This is something that you talk about before, not after the fact. Because even though she knew before, like I said, she still has to accept responsibility as well for getting married to someone who is not being a good father to their child and not drawing it to his attention or trying to get him to do better. That is the purpose of a partner, uplifting each other. When you're not doing too good in one area, partner will help you up. To me, that's how it should be. But in this instance, one didn't know, or they knew, and thought maybe it wasn't a big deal. It is a big deal. Children are a big deal. When are people going to learn to have these difficult conversations before marriage? People need to discuss these things. Values, careers, roles, wanting children, starting a family. Then and only then you can make an informed commitment to get married. It sounds like they didn't discuss these issues earlier in the relationship. Y'all should have had this conversation before marriage. Find a way to see. Listen, you get to find a way to see your child and do more and do better for the child you already have. And as far as your wife is concerned, hope you married her for reasons other than bearing a child, because she does not seem to be keen on the idea of having your child. 1 month in, all these things should have been discussed prior to marriage. The wife sees the person you are and she doesn't want that for her child. So if you really want to be in your daughter's life, then you'll make it happen. The mother can't stop you from seeing your child unless you are abusive or negligent in some way. So stop making excuses and look at yourself in the mirror, make some changes, and be a good role model for your child. She's right about that part. You're not doing it because you don't want to. You got an easy pass. Okay, the mother is this, the mother is that, so I'm going to use that as a get out of jail free card and not make any effort. I paid the $200 and that's it. You could do better. You could do much better, and you know that for yourself. She's right about what she says, but I'm struggling to understand why she still married you if that's the way she feels. That's the struggle. That's the part I'm having like a super difficult time getting. Why did she get married to you feeling that way about you? These aren't things to overlook. Too many times we overlook it because we believe whatever this dude or whatever, whoever is feeding us until it happens to you. On the other hand, as someone says, he could have been lying. He could have been telling her he was a good father, just like he's been telling us. But once they started living together, she started seeing his true colors. That could be it as well. I don't know. Were y'all living together before or after marriage you guys started living together? This is a conversation that must be decided before marriage. I don't know what to tell you after that fact. You've made a lifelong commitment. If she doesn't want a child, you may never change her mind. So we might need to find a way to cope with that. We can't control others. We can only control ourselves. So, if you wanted to, you would. So, either you go to the court, make an application so you can have time, whether visitation rights or have your child every other weekend or every weekend, but stop being lazy and stop using that as an excuse and get off your butt and do what you have to do. A baby mother can't stop you from seeing your child unless, like I said, you're abusive or something, or negligent, or she feels that her child's safety is of some concern. So, you can't force a woman to have a baby with you if she doesn't want to, and trying to talk her into it after she's been told a few times will just cause issues within the relationship. And that again is a prime example of a couple that doesn't know each other well enough to be married. After the fact is sometimes a little too late. Because, I mean, take out the marriage, right? This is something that you should, as a woman, apart from getting married. If you started dating and you've seen the signs, let's take, for example, they weren't married. I would applaud her. And more women need to do that, because there are a lot of women who are in relationships with men and they know they don't do right by their child. As a matter of fact, they're happy, they encourage it, because they figure, you know what, if he doesn't have anything to do with the child, he wouldn't have anything to do with the mother of the child, and, you know, all the insecurities and all, you know, the stuff that comes up. So if they were not married, I would be like applauding her and be like, yeah, you go, girl. Because you should be afraid to have a baby with someone who you see displaying those sort of traits. But those hard conversations should be prior to marriage. I can't understand the life of me how people get married and these type of things aren't discussed. But as far as the child goes, I need to holler behind to court. Can't be paying and just because whatever reason you decided to you not let the man see his child. No. Either that or she doesn't want a baby. She said she's 4 years older than you. Late 30s, almost 40. Maybe she just doesn't want a baby. Starting with a new baby when she wants to be living her best life. Maybe in her mind you already have one, so you need to do right by that one and stop worrying about what you don't have, and y'all enjoy your life. Someone says divorce her immediately. See if you can have it annulled. Being totally serious. If she has no faith in you as a father, she'll eventually feel this way about you as a husband. It's too bad you didn't have the discussion before marrying her, as you could have called the whole thing off. I'm sure she's got her reasons, but she's too guarded and untrusting to be in an adult relationship. Otherwise, I guess just accept her as she is and realize she won't have the family you want, but yeah, she's too insecure to be with a single father. Someone says, first, you already know that both of you should have discussed this before marriage. It's one of the things you could talk about when you notice that the relationship is getting serious. It's too late now, so moving on. She sees that you're not being the best father you can be, so she's worried about it, and she should be. She doesn't want to have the baby with you while you are not truly making an effort to see your child. You ask what else you can do. Honestly, that's easy. Take your baby mother to court. If you have not been abusive or anything terrible, you should do it so you can see your daughter, and it will help you to convince your wife that you're ready to be a father. Another person says, as long as you don't have any history of domestic violence in the presence of your child or child abuse charge against you, you can petition for joint custody of your child. Let's get over the coulda, woulda, shoulda talks before marriage. People fall in love. Ish happens. As long as you can provide a judge proof of your attempts to speak and see your child, a judge will grant you the opportunity to be and see your child. So what if you and the baby mother don't get along? You have the parental right, and as long as you are a fit and safe individual, the law will be on your side. Now go file that claim and sort out your business. Okay? And let me see if we can take two more. So says, I kind of know what you're dealing with, but sir, nowadays you can go to court and get an order of parental rights, and if you really want to see or be with your child, it's going to happen one way or the other. So put that excuse back in her pocket. That's probably why she don't trust you, because you already know this. You got some work to do. You need that trust to make happy a must. Make an effort, because love can easily slip away in situations like this. She's smart, someone says, but she would have been smarter not to marry you at all. You know good and well you can go to court to get custody. And no way you're trying to create more kids and not actively raising your first child. I agree. Instead of trying to change, why don't you change her? Why don't you change you? Send your child support assessment to baby mother. Petition the court for visitation. Send your child books, cards, etc. Ask the court for mediation on your child's behalf. Though an unlikely option, be prepared to offer to assume custody. Be a man of action, not just words. This may produce more confidence in your lady. Some good advice. It works. I wonder why she married him. He got to be amazing in areas we don't know about. It has to be. Because if you feel that way about a man, thinking he's a deadbeat practically, she didn't say it in so many words, but that's what it is. He's a deadbeat. That's what she got. That's how she feel about it. So, Miss, as someone says, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas ain't gonna change the price of bread. It is what it is. How do you get past this and prove to your wife that you can be a good father is what your priority should be at this point in time. Yeah? Have a conversation with her and try your utmost. Try your utmost to make amends, to do right by your child, so that your wife will see you as a responsible adult, a good father, and maybe she will think having that child or two that you want. So that's what your focus should be now. Proving to your wife that you can be a good father. So get off the internet, go see a lawyer, and have a conversation as to what your rights are as a parent, and they'll direct you so you can be a father to your child and not just providing $200 a month, but you can be there for your child. You can spend time with your child, get to know your child, have your child come over, and maybe she might change her mind after she sees you making an effort. Just what you want to make sure she bar. It's not Baron, it's Baron. Baron. Got pepper sauce over here. Anyways, I think that's about all the time we got today. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, 11 a.m. in the forenoon. Thank you so much, everybody, for checking in. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Western Union. And, of course, thank you to all our viewers and listeners. I will see you guys again tomorrow, same time. All right? Have a good Tuesday.